Hi, my name's Allison Mickelson. For this project, we were given the task of creating a profession app that had two sides of it. For my project, I decided to do an autism or ABA therapy app. I have three kiddos who are on the spectrum, and so it's something that I have experience with, but that's also very personal to me and it's important for me. So that is what I decided to do. My two sides that I focused on were the parent side and the service coordinator or therapist side. For user testing, for the parent side, my husband and I did it, as well as several of our friends who also have kids on the spectrum, who have experience with different software apps or what have you for ABA therapy. And then on the service coordinator side, I reached out to friends who are therapists and service coordinators so that they could give me input and valuable feedback that I really, really appreciated. So that's how I did the user testing. We did it over sketches and wireframes and different digital designs. And then finally for the prototype. So we'll jump right into the prototypes. We'll start with the service coordinator one, and I will go through and explain how my scenarios were able to be fulfilled. So our first one is Olivia. For Olivia's, we needed to be able to track data for sessions that we were doing. So I did a couple of different ones. We have personal hygiene, and one thing that I got for feedback was that they wanted a way to have multiple programs running at once. That's something that current programs just don't allow for. So I created these little bubbles that just really quickly you can say, yes, they have that data point, or no, they missed that one. And then that will track it. And then when you're done, you just click the X. You can view data. I did that for a couple of different ones, so we've got them throughout. Our second one is being able to add new parent programs. That was something that our previous service coordinator told me was kind of a pain. It was overcomplicated in the program that they had. Well, I don't have experience with that side of things. I can understand how frustrating that was. So they only have maybe half a dozen to maybe a dozen programs typically for parents to work through. We decided to focus on the darker, more vibrant colors would be the ones that needed done the most. We decided to have the colored ones be ones that are new that we needed to start getting data points on, and the grayscale ones to be ones that were really, really close to mastering. So for this one, she would just click the plus. She would fill in the information, what the name was, how long we needed to do it. So if some of them, there's a time limit, 5 minutes of reading or 2-minute math facts. For this one, we didn't need to. How many data points you'd need minimum to do the program, how many times it needed to be done each day or week, and then notes. This could be things that they have seen success with, because they always do these programs in session with the therapists before they move them on to the parents. So we just did that, and then it was added on and it changed it. So that's how we did that one. And then lastly, we needed to be able to share files. So for this particular instance, we have Jimmy, and we need to send therapy notes to his primary care physician so that he can write his prescription for ABA therapy for the following year. So this is how they would do it. It would be secure. They would have to click secure and then send the files, and then it would just come back to this page. So that's our service coordinator ones. And then we have our parent portal. So for this one, we'll start with Anthony. For our scenario, we needed to be able to do parent programs. So for this one, we will do personal hygiene with him. And similar to the therapist side, it's just, yes, he got that point. No, we missed it. And then however many it needs to be. For our next scenario, we needed to be able to add a prescription so that it's being covered by insurance. So for this one, we just click that, add the script renewal, when you can add notes or a message, whatever you need to do. For this one, it was just when it's signed so that they know when they need to have a new one, and then just upload. And then one thing that parents told us and that we've experienced is it was so frustrating. You didn't know if it was actually uploading or if the screen had frozen. So I created just a little loading spot to show you that it is actually working. And then the last scenario is being able to share files with her teacher. So, excuse me, we have her teacher, what the subject is, we have her therapy notes. Again, it'll be sent securely. That's one thing. Both when I reached out to the service coordinators and parents, it was difficult to share information. You had to sign waivers and things like that. But if you had it printed out, you were able to bring it. So something like this, where if you had the message or the address that you needed to email, it would make it so that you were able to securely send them. Same thing, secure, send them, and then yes or no, are you sure you want to send this? So that is the parent portal. It's been really fun to work on this. I actually plan on continuing to work with this and seeing if we can figure out a way to make this more user-friendly and something that we can actually move forward with. But it's been exciting finding ways that might make the process easier, especially for parents who are just getting the diagnosis and are already overwhelmed with everything else that they need to learn. Having something like this that makes it simple was really honestly a joy to kind of work on and be able to design and hopefully find a way to make it reality in the future. So it's been a really awesome project and I've really appreciated it. Thanks.